Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to our program Décryptage on Africa 24. Today we are receiving as guest Mr. Akol Ayii, founder and chairman of the Trinity Group. Therefore deployed by the group to assist the transformation of Africa's trade as well as the current challenges and achievements of the group are the main subjects of this edition. Mr. Akol Ayii, you are welcome to Décryptage on Africa 24. Afreximbank, on the sidelines of its annual meetings this year, is celebrating its 30 years of existence. What do you think about the bank's progress and efforts in transforming Africa's trade and creating opportunities for Africans?
Well, again, thank you for hosting me. My pleasure. I think the bank has really done a lot over the last 3 decades, and I'm privileged to be part of the team here celebrating the 30 years anniversary. I think the bank has been doing a lot of innovative products that has made it to be consistent in service deliveries. Remit from intra-Africa trade that has helped trade champions to be able to foster trade in between the countries and then promote trade champions, which is among ourselves. We have benefited from that. It has rolled out a whole range of products like the Afri insurance that have just been launched today. It's one of the great products, I think, that will enable the continent. The like of PAP that will enable to help the convergence. It will enable Africans to trade with their own currency at the confines of their central banks. That will foster more trade, and also launching of the certification systems of African, because you don't have to now mistrust the quality, because that quality assurance aspect. So all these products will enable to have the bank maintain its consistency that it has been able to do and help the African discover themselves by doing things by themselves and provide the needed financing. Not only the financing, but some of these initiatives that I've just highlighted.
In the face of multiple crises, how has Afreximbank supported the recovery of Africans' economies? How has the bank helped build resilience?
I can pick about the COVID. The bank was able to provide, I recall, I think 3 billion, what they call a pandemic facility. This was able to be used by the continent to help the shock, because there are some countries or facilities that were almost going to go as default. But because of the facility that they had put in place, it was able to help countries to absorb that shock. Be it also the investment in the COVID vaccine, that the bank took the forefront with the African leaders, especially the AU. And then also during this Ukraine-Russian war, I recall the bank put forward a facility which enabled the continent, especially the private sector and government, to allow them import the needed resources that are required, especially the food and other essential commodities that were required. So the resiliencies have been built through the process of all range of products that they were being able to provide, and the line of credit that were able to support at this difficult time. And that kept every country or every private sector afloat during this difficult time. And that's why we are still today, everybody is still alive and growing in the midst of the pandemic.
How do you view the role of developing financial institutions in building prosperity for Africans?
Well, I think the DFIs plays a significant role, because they are the only people institution that can take risk and take long-term view on matters. Commercial bank cannot lend on projects like road and so forth, but the DFIs, like the Afreximbank, could be able to do that. They also take view also on impactful projects, like projects that can affect communities. They don't foster most, or as much as they also have to be mindful of profit, but they very much also invest in societies and communities, take projects that are able to transform life. So I think this is where the impact is really being felt by the DFIs.
Your group has benefited from over $1 billion facility from Afreximbank over the past 5 years to expand its activities. What was the situation of the group before this support came in?
Well, I think we are very grateful to the bank for having supported us. Without such facilities, it was difficult for us to sustain our import of energy needs in the country at the time as a company. So the import finance facility that we first got was able to enable us to have consistency in supplies, and by extension enable us also to liberalize the market that was captive. So it was difficult for us to grow and expand and achieve our growth path without those facilities. But our growth was then leapfrogged with the availability of those lines of credit. So I would say before the facility was difficult for us to be able to perfect our growth plan, and after the facilities we were able to accelerate our growth.
How has this funding helped boost the activities of Trinity Group?
Well, I think we were able to, apart from growing now regionally, we were able to diversify through the product means. Like we are able now to, we are about to launch the power project, that will be also another catalyst. We have the trading division that we became the first indigenous South Sudanese company to be able to export crude oil, and since then we have traded close to over 20 million barrels, and we've imported a lot of product, and we are thinking now doing bigger projects like building a first modular refinery in the country. All these are being made possible because of the availability of those facilities. We'll definitely need more funding to now expand more as we move regionally, and as well as also expand our products mix. So these are some of the benefits that we have been able to achieve due to the availability of the funding that we've already gotten.
With specific cases, tell us how Trinity Group, through its investment, is supporting African countries in the fields of energy infrastructure, mining, and technology. What impacts have you noted to date?
Well, I think if I can pick technology, we started 3 years ago launching the first mobile money company in South Sudan. And what we have done so far, I think we have a clientele base of close to 1.5 million customers now. But one of the products that we've been able to launch was cross-border remittance. We can send money today from the confine of your wallet to 30 African countries. And the bigger thing that we are about to do now is to launch the diaspora remittance, the inwards remittance. You can send money from, like last year, I think South Sudan received about $87 million from diaspora. But this thing is about to change, that you can send money to your parents, to your sisters, and so forth, right from the wallet, and the people are able to receive from their confine of there. So this is one of the transformational initiatives that the Trinity Group has been able to do. And there are many others. Like, for example, we wanted now to start adding an interim value addition to our oil. Instead of selling it as raw, we want to do a swap and then bring back a refined product that will help provide energy security to the region, not only to our country. And this has been some of the great undertaking that our group has been able to do. And the list is endless of what has been able to be the journey that the group, and the prospect of what we are able to do are also enormous. And we've laid that foundation, and we are going to leave that journey.